Hello, beautiful collective. It's Satya back again with another reading, another message, another video. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you are enjoying this new season, this Taurus season. There are new challenges, new opportunities, new steps to take in your personal development, in your sacred journey. I hope that you guys were able to take advantage of the rest during the new moon. It's getting close to May, and we have a lunar eclipse coming up in May. I think it's May 5th. So I'm going to be putting together a video for that as well. We've got the World as our first card. These are just the major arcana cards. I think as we do a new month or a new lunar season, I'm going to do a major arcana draw that will help kind of quiet poo-poo, that will help guide us along our journey. But I hope that you were using that solar eclipse, new moon energy well, and that you guys are ready to start the next step of your journey in Taurus. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which symbolizes a never-ending cycle, right? The wheel just keeps turning. There's ups, there's downs, cycles begin, cycles end. There's new beginnings. Every beginning stems from the ending of something else. Hermit. And sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down, but there's lessons that we can learn from each of those ups and downs. Strength and the Hermit. So strength is symbolized by a woman overpowering a lion. In the traditional tarot, right? Quiet. In the traditional deck, this is, on the bottom of the deck, we've got a Chariot. And so I think the strength is, it's a symbol of inner strength, not necessarily physical strength or needing to dominate or have dominion over something, but the ability that one has to dig deep within and draw up that inner strength to overcome an obstacle, to overcome a negative thought, to overcome a bad habit, or whatever it is that might need to be overcome. And here we have the Hermit. I'm gonna light my incense. Y'all, I have to use incense now because I ran out of sage. Look at that, straight dust. It's all good though, right? I still have incense, it's all good. But the Hermit is an energy of deep meditation, right? Seek and ye shall find. It is an energy of seeking and searching for enlightenment of the self. And on the bottom is the Chariot, and this is talking about, right, going down your path, forward movement, progression along your journey, a sense of purpose, the will of self, the ability to use your mind to direct your path. The Sphinx down here symbolize light and dark, duality, a balance, and the ability that the Chariot driver has over the Sphinxes to use his mental strength to guide them forward. And as they move forward, they drag his chariot forward. So I think combined, this is very much an energy of moving forward in your path, moving forward in your divinely aligned path, right? Having an opportunity to close out cycles, open another cycle, right? close something down, finish off this ending so that something new can come your way. Something new that is related to your sacred journey, related to your sense of purpose. Something, right? Your something new that is aligned with you as an enlightened being that has done the soul searching and found the answer, but is also going to require a level of strength to achieve. And so I think, going forward, these next steps, as we move into Taurus, right, a new cycle that's beginning in Taurus, there is a level of soul searching and seeking that you've either done or you're going to have to do to find where it is you're headed in your chariot. And wherever it is that you're headed along that journey, as with any journey, as with any pathway, there are going to be times and places that you are going to have to show a deep level of strength. And we got a couple cards here to pull out. And we'll start with the major arcana cards. So we've got the Emperor, which is a divine masculine card. He is the father. He is a trustworthy leader. He is someone who has status, balance, divinity. He has stepped fully into his divine masculinity. He is the divine masculine. He is Saturn, right? We talked about the Emperor as a representation of Saturn. He is a teacher. He is a leader. He makes empowered choices that are balanced and based in power, authority, trustworthiness, good advice. The Hanged Man, gaining control by letting go, taking a sacred pause. The Hanged Man and the Hermit share characteristics in that it's about pausing, gaining new perspective, releasing what doesn't work anymore to receive enlightenment, to receive a new perspective, to receive spiritual awareness, and then to continue on in your path with that renewed sense of wisdom and knowledge. And the World. The World is representative of all of the things in life that you have at your fingertips. Having a sense of completeness, having a sense of wholeness, a sense of balance, deep joy, celebrating life, celebrating who you are, what you have, what you've learned, having manifested the things that you want in your life, but having let go and not holding on to the things that you have not manifested, and being happy where you are in the world and reaching the end, right, of a long journey, of a long cycle, and closing that out and being thankful for that experience of that journey, of that part of your long-term journey towards your North Node, and welcoming new energy in. The Wheel of Fortune and the World, though they're not the same and they do represent different things, they have a similar feeling, again, of cycles closing out, learning lessons, sort of that karmic timing, karmic lessons, connection to the ups and downs of life. And so I think actually these cards line up super well. Strength lining up with the Emperor, that divine masculine strength and power. that comes from within, right? The Emperor is not empowered by somebody outside of him. He is empowered from within. And the Strength card speaks to an internal level of strength, self-empowerment. The Hermit relates to the Hanged Man because it's all about a pause, reflection, divine, spiritual awareness, and using that empowerment, using that enlightenment to move forward. And the World and the Wheel of Fortune, again, representing cycles opening, cycles closing, being happy and fulfilled with where you are, knowing that in every up and down there is a lesson, and being joyful, welcoming new energy. The other cards that were pulled is the King of Wands. This is very much in the same energy as the Emperor, although the Emperor is, in my opinion, and of course because it's a major arcana card, it's a higher level of the King of Wands. So what the King of Wands is, the Emperor is this card, like times 100, right? But the King of Wands is an energy of confidence, optimism, success in all of your endeavors. Someone who is bold, someone who is loyal, someone who is confident and powerful, someone who gives good guidance, is a good leader, and but is also very passionate, very fiery, right? Very, again, bold, inspirational. The Seven of Swords is an energy of kind of trickery, is kind of getting away with what you can get away with, strategy, an energy of mental gymnastics almost, right? This is sometimes represented as a false friend, underhanded, dishonorable action, sometimes deceit or spying, but it is an energy of strategic thinking so that you come out on top. This is an energy of thinking and doing things in a strategic way so that you come out on top and kind of get away clean. And then we've got the Four of Cups. This is kind of a feeling of flatness, stagnation, boredom, little energy. It's also a feeling of needing to pause, reflect, meditate, turn inwards, introspective energy, listening to your heart, following what you know. And so, hey, be quiet. And so, because these all kind of came out together, what I would say is, again, because the larger theme here is knowing that the Wheel of Fortune is always turning, right? There's ups, there's downs, and we're moving forward in our sacred journey, right? The cycles are closing. A new cycle is beginning. And in order to make our way, in order to continue to move forward via the Chariot, there is a time where either you did or you're currently or you're going to need to turn inwards and reflect and use inner strength on this journey. And so I think this here is an energy of Four of Cups, right? If we kind of align it with these cards, really pausing to reflect, turning inward, a moment to think, a moment to listen to your heart, listen to the truth, right? And whatever that might be, whatever truth it is, whatever enlightenment, whatever wisdom you get, right, with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Cups kind of combined, having to strategize what that's going to be. Not necessarily having to use lies or trickery to move forward in your path, but definitely having to think about things in a strategic way, not, committing to not deceive yourself, to really having to use a level of strength to acknowledge what the truth is. Think about problems, think about this journey, think about the divine wisdom you received as you were reflecting, going in, meditating in the energy of the Hermit, and using that knowledge, combining it with that mental strength to overcome the challenges that are coming as you move forward. And with the energy of the Wheel of Fortune, the World, and the Hanged Man, I think this is really, again, talking about cycles being closed, things renewing itself, opportunities ending so that a new opportunity begins. I got a little pineapple juice mixed in with pink lemonade and sparkly fuzzy water. It's excellent. Give it a try. But yes, so knowing that there are cycles that are opening, that are closing, new opportunities are coming your way as you continue on your journey. And there'll be a level of, with the Hangman, the Hermit, and the Four of Cups, there'll be an energy of pausing, reflecting, having to withdraw, having to turn inward and reflect. Maybe feeling a little stagnant, maybe feeling a little bored, maybe feeling like I'm not sure what to do. I'm, is this right? Is this wrong? I feel stuck. I don't know. But using that energy, knowing that this is just a time to reflect. You're not stagnant. You're not stuck. This is just a time to go inward. These three cards represent that need to pause and reflect. And when you come out of that, there is going to be a renewed sense of purpose, a renewed sense of drive, a new sense of clarity, knowledge, and to move forward in your path, in your journey, you're going to have to be strategic in the way that you're thinking. Be strategic in the way that you're acting, right? Using whatever knowledge, whatever wisdom, whatever enlightenment you got from this Hermit, Hangman, Four of Cups reflection meditation period, and using your strength, your inner, you pulling up all of your inner strength, right? And using that strength, that inner strength, that compassionate strength that is making the best choice for you, and using a sense of mental strategy to move forward in a way where you are taking care of you, what you value, right? And kind of, I hate to say being selfish, but that is the energy of the Seven of Swords, right? Taking what you can take, getting what you can get, and getting away scot-free. And if we're connecting this again back to this larger picture of moving from Aries into Taurus, that is what Taurus is about. Getting what they can get, using their resources, right? And moving towards abundance, moving towards passion, moving towards a level of authority in your life, being the leader of your life. You call the shots in your life. right? You are the King of Wands. You are the Emperor. You are creative. You are independent. You are ambitious. You are powerful. You inspire. You have ownership and control and authority over your kingdom, right? The king of any of the kings, but especially the King of Wands, he does not let anybody else rule his kingdom. He is the authority. Combined with the Emperor, that is, really the absolute authority. There's absolutely nobody that's going to tell this type of energy what to do. And as you move forward in your journey, I think especially combined with the strength, there's going to be some times, there's going to be some obstacles, there's going to be some level of challenge that's going to require you to stand up, be strong, use wisdom, and take charge of the Wheel of Fortune. Take charge of your world so that you can be happy, so that you are moving in your path, not the path that someone else has laid out for you, not the path that someone else may suggest, but the path that you know is right for you. Because in our sacred journey, it really is about what we know is right for us, tapping into intuition, knowing that no one else, though they might be able to help us, right, and give us some advice and encouragement, no one else can tell you the path that you are supposed to walk. And I say this all the time, kind of at the end of these videos. I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do, right? Sorry, I have to crack my knuckles. You guys crack your knuckles? I crack my knuckles like 10 times a day. But I don't want to tell you what to do. My hope is that through these readings, I give you some guidance, some advice, and clarity so that you can make the choices that you need to go down the path that you've got to go down and walk towards your north node. And so I think that is the energy here. You're moving along the path to your north node, and there's going to be some challenges and some things that you're going to have to make the choice yourself. And this actually, isn't any different than what we all know. This isn't anything different than what we all know. It's just sometimes not what we want to accept. Oh, I got the Chariot here. We got the Chariot. That's confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, you guys are moving forward in your sacred journey. We've got the Chariot here. Divine knowledge of where you're going, having control, having the direction, the courage, the bravery to face the obstacles, having the willpower to do what needs to be done, and knowing what needs to be done, having the willpower to do it as well. This is the Knight of Cups. This is an energy this is an emotional card, so it's a little moodiness, overactive in the heart chakra, overactive imagination, maybe a little jealousy, maybe some ups and downs in the emotional area, a lack of stability, right? That kind of upsy downy type of feeling. Then we had Judgment in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. So, we already talked about the Knight of Cups in reverse. Judgment in reverse is an energy of self-doubt, kind of critiquing, criticizing, doubting yourself, failing to step into a calling, ignoring the call, as opposed to judgment, punishment, right? A hard level of self-critique. kind of not balancing, but polarizing. Polarizing would be a good description. The Ten of Cups is an energy of broken dreams, big time unhappiness, disharmony, disconnectedness, relationships that aren't satisfactory, relationships that aren't working out, division, maybe a broken family, domestic disharmony, individuals who do not have an aligned purpose or an aligned value, misalignment. And the King of Pentacles is an energy in reverse, is an energy of greed, indulgence, not being wise with your money, not being wise with your wealth, not being wise with your resources, making bad investments, making big time bad investments, and suffering a loss. Quiet. Hey, mister, be quiet, please. See how I ask him to be quiet and he don't listen? Ten of Cups in reverse in this house. 10 of Cups in reverse in this house. But the King of Pentacles is definitely a loss of resources, mismanagement of resources, or an obsession with wealth and status, not having wealth and status and then being obsessed with gaining that. And so I think this speaks very much to the journey, right? There's a journey either that you are moving away from this imbalanced, loss, shattered dreams, moodiness, disappointment, energy, right? This your sacred journey is to move away from this because this is where you've been in the past or where you currently are, right? Or on your journey, your upcoming journey, these will be the obstacles, right? Needing to balance out greed and indulgence and material loss with needing to save, needing to be more wise with how you spend your resources. And this is actually lines up really, really well with our move into Taurus, because Taurus is all about a balance between overindulgence, greed, hoarding resources. It asks us to examine our relationship with our resources. And it asks us to determine if we are creating stability and security or if we're creating instability, imbalance, insecurity in our lives. The Ten of Cups, again, shattered dreams, a broken family, disconnected, misaligned values, a struggle when it comes to relationships, and Judgment, that inner critic, a punishment for doing wrong or making the wrong choices, overactive imagination, thinking, not knowing what is the truth versus what is emotions. And so I actually think this is very likely speaking to someone in the collective, us in general, as we move into Taurus, being called on a journey where we are going to have to reevaluate our relationship with our resources, right? We're being called to take a new perspective, to rethink things, and to show a deep level of strength and control in our financial and emotional life. The Cups are an emotional card. The Pentacles is a financial resource, wealth, material card. And the Judgment and the Chariot card are both major arcana cards. And so that signals, you know, a stage of life, right? A larger theme to an event or a situation or a problem that we will be experiencing. And so I think, you know, what this layout is saying is we're going to be facing some times where we're going to be asked to review our relationship with our resources. And that can be, you know, with the people in our lives, with our finances, with our career, with our, you know, how we treat ourselves, right? Maybe this is a relationship with how you treat yourself. But I do think that this is calling us to review and think deeply on how we're creating stability, balance, harmony, security in our lives, and requiring us to admit that we are not making the right choices. We're not currently making the right choices, or we haven't been making the right choices. And it's creating a level of disharmony, disappointment, disconnectedness, struggle, lack, and we're going to have to use a level of mental acuity, mental strategy, inner strength to say yes to what we need to say yes to and to say no to what we need to say no to. Because ultimately, we are being called to step into the King of Wands energy. We are being called to step into the Emperor energy. We are being called to be a trustworthy, balanced, inspirational, decisive person who makes the right choice, who makes an empowered choice, who makes choices to be successful, to find a level of success. And these cards that I pulled towards the end here, put this over here. Oh, look at that. On the bottom of the deck, it was the 5 of Cups, and this was in reverse. And so this is really about moving on, accepting that we are, oh look, and on the bottom of that, the World. Cycles closing, cycles beginning, new beginnings, new opportunities, accomplishments, fulfillment, completion of life. But this on the bottom of the deck is really saying, forgive yourself, take the loss. Hey, quiet boys. To take that loss, know what is serving you and what's not serving you, and being able to move away from things when it's time. Accept the loss and move forward. So here we have the 3 of Cups, community, the 6 of Cups, memories, the Apprentice of Raindrops, charm. These are all water cups. This is very much an energy of emotions, either needing to seek out assistance from friends, from families, thinking back on things that made us happy, and needing to move in the world in a way of charm, of happiness, right? Of lightheartedness. Then we've got the 7 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. And so this is all very mental, and it reflects kind of actually what we've got here. We've got some cups, and we've got some swords. So this is scarcity mentality, a lack mentality. 7 of Swords doubled up here. Eight of Swords, self-victimization, thinking sort of, that victim mentality, but you're not a victim. You kind of did this to yourself. You can free yourself from this problem, from the situation. The Oracle of Clouds, this is the Queen of Wands, being very perceptive, knowing what needs to be done, thinking, seeing the truth, being decisive, right? Knowing what the problem is and having enough bravery, enough courage, enough guts to say, there's the problem. I'm going to solve it. And the King of Swords is very much heavy, head over heart, doing what is based in logic, making the appropriate choice, the correct choice. Even if it's the difficult choice, that's the choice I'm going to make because it has to be done. And we've got some major arcana cards here. The Hanged Man right here, doubled up, surrendering to the problem, surrendering to the wisdom, surrendering to the solution, gaining control by letting go. And the Fool, taking the leap, doing what needs to be done, moving forward on your path, starting now, answering the call, not avoiding the call, answering the call. And I think, again, this kind of reflects very well with this message here, right? There is a journey we are being called on that's going to require logic and strength. It's asking us to be logical, make the right choice, stop overindulging, stop investing in shattered dreams, stop being moody, stop tricking ourselves. Answer the call, take the leap. There are cycles closing out. There are things that need to be done. Move forward with acceptance, wisdom and knowledge, and power. I hope this has given you a level of understanding, clarity. I hope this has given you some insight so you can make the decision that is best for you. I am wishing you, as always, peace, love, and blessings. I'm gonna go put these dogs outside so I can have some peace and quiet. See you guys.